Hey guys, Papa Rome's here. We got it done with the base camp up in the Catskill Mountains. An exhilarating hunt. Everything just kind of fell into place. Thanks for following. Don't forget to subscribe. Happy Veterans Day to all you veterans. We're back. We are at it, archery hunting up in the Catskill Mountains. We're gonna get started, and I got a lot of work to do. All right, so this is probably gonna be home for the next 4 or 5 days. Making a nice little camp here, so I'm pretty happy with that. And here's my deer blanket. Stove in, clothes are up, head out, go hang my tree stand, come back and hang out for the afternoon here. Because I have a 5-inch pipe here, this thing pulls like a big wood stove, so she'll eat. It's a good stove. Cool setup. So I got the spark arrestor on top, and at the bottom I have a damper, and that has a spark arrestor as well, so it does help. Running pretty good. Morning, woke up at 5 a.m. and slept pretty comfortable. Had a t-shirt on, no hat, nothing. Wasn't even in my sleeping bag, and it's 32 degrees. It's cold. I guess I ran out of wood. I went down to the last 2 pieces right now. They just went in they're just going in now. That's all you need. That'll get the chill out of here. I'm actually going to be trying to use Black Rifle instant coffee. I'm not an instant coffee guy, but I figured it'll just make things really easy and I don't have to bring all this extra stuff, so looks good. And then for breakfast, biscuits and gravy. Entenmann's cookies, where'd those come from? So he hid those. Holy crap. That's a 10-inch tree and he's hitting it, so it's an old signpost. But this buck tore up everything, and I think he's the one I saw. He's got a really nice tall thick amber rack and he's tearing it up. So I put my tree stand on a tree, very dangerous tree, like a poplar, the hardest tree I ever had to climb. I ended up picking up these slippers. Usually at camp you want those too. I got just about everything ready. Get my lights set up so when I get back, size pile of wood here, that'll be a few days worth, and got my clothes all set up here. Take a walk, see if anything's going on. That's funny, I just saw a hen, and we could shoot anything here, hen or gobbler, Jake, and I'm walking and I'm just going up the trail and I see it start calling real lightly, buck, 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 buck. And I didn't know there was a whole flock there. I had found some really good deer sign, big rubs here, like really big rubs. believe what just happened. I've been in a tent for 2 days now. Found this location with monster rubs. I saw a big buck, really tall, thick, dark-bodied buck, and I knew this is going to be the core area. Moved the tree stand 2 times. I wanted to be 100 yards up, but I couldn't because I couldn't find a tree. This tree sucks because it's going to kill me. It's going to kill me. I keep sliding on it. I sat down. It got light, and about 15 minutes later, here comes a doe with, I thought, another doe, followed by an 8-pointer, like a younger 8-pointer. I said, well, it's perfect. I'll shoot him because on video I could get it close and I got my tent and it would just make the experience really nice. I don't know if they saw me get up. Again, I'm not on a spot where I would like to be. She went up and cut out across this little brush field where they're bedding on. So I start grunting at this buck that's 45 yards in the thick shit and I couldn't get him out. I look up and here comes the buck that I jumped the other day, 2 days ago when I went to go hang my stand. What a monster 8-pointer. He's thick, he's tall, and he is big, dark body, heavy body. When he stood there, because he heard me grunting, he was just looking at my direction. This is wild. I did my grunt call series, and like within a couple minutes, I had a little buck come out on one side of me. He milled around. He was doing a scrape and a rub, and then he left. And then a little button buck was running in and out. I got a little bit of lure out on a tree over there, and they both went right to it, but they're going nuts. They don't know what the hell's going on. So that tells me the bigger bucks aren't in the rut yet because the does aren't rutting. It's this early. That's a good day. Alright, so it's starting to rain pretty heavy. I'm gonna slip on out of here, get to camp, get the fire going, and get back here early in the dark and try out tomorrow morning. If I just stay 5 more minutes, the herd was right there looking at me. They watched me climb down, and I couldn't even see them. I still have plenty of shooting legal time, but with being overcast, it's hard to see as it is. Good morning. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning. This is my 4th day here. 2nd day hunting. I don't want to talk too much. You could hear everything. So pissed. Pulled out my phone to call my wife to make sure everything's alright at home when my bow falls off the stand, arrow down. I'm trying to get and grab it. That should be good. And the camera's on it. to G5 for this. Bow fell out of the tree 3 times now. This is probably the 4th time over the last like 5 years. And this thing has held up every time. I'm gonna probably take a shot, but my arrow's down there, and that's the arrow I shot my buck with last year. I wanted to kill a buck with it so bad. Does that work? Yeah. Everything's lined up. Oh my gosh. The rain just started coming in. It's on and off, but it's gonna last until 7 p.m. or later. The weather's starting to drop, and that's a good thing. I got about 35-40 minutes left total. And if it's gonna happen, it's a good time for it to happen right now. Hopefully we don't get too wet, because then we gotta try to dry out in the tent. It's gonna be a little tough. We said it wouldn't be fun. Zipper works better, so that's a bonus. Not bad. Whew. Gonna get out of these wet clothes, change a bit. So those deer are spooked. I think what I'm gonna do is back out of there and hunt it next week when the rut kicks in harder that they're chasing. I think that's when I'm going to go back at them, because right now it's just kind of like spook, getting spooked with me. So I'm pretty upset. I think I'll have to regroup. I'll probably hunt the morning and break down camp, but it is what it is. Good effort. This was what, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. So it's 5 days, almost like 4 days, but really only hunted 2 of them. The rest was kind of like setting up camp and then trying to scout and see where I'm going, what I'm doing. I've never been there, so but it's all monster, and we'll stay after. I'm back at camp. This is gonna be my 3rd trip up here to the Catskills with the bow, and 2nd trip with the tent. I got everything geared up here. I'm gonna set up camp. I got my wood here already. I gotta split it. It's cold. This morning I had 2 bucks come in. I couldn't really talk. I had 4 does come in. Everything happened real fast. Got out of there. I'm just gonna try to hurry up, get camp set up, and then get out of here and get back over there. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Set up inside and positioning. I shifted the whole tent 5 feet down. I thought I was gonna put my cot somewhere back in here, but it's too uneven. And because where the stove jack is, I have to have it this direction. But cot's over there. Put a tarp under that. Put a pad, blanket. It's gonna get done 28 tonight. Got my wood split already, so I brought an axe this time. Made everything 10 times easier. Yeah, we're all ready to rock, and I'm all ready to go with my fire. I'm gonna end up taking my stand and shifting it to a trail that I know the deer are on that trail. The buck laid new rubs on it, so I'd like to get my camera shifted over. I am just getting back to camp right now. There are like wildfires in the area all over the place, which is bad because I smelled it all morning. The whole mountain range. Pretty far from me actually, but the wind was blowing this way. I spoke to somebody today and they said, yeah, well, if the fire comes and the wind turns and jumps the road, we're in trouble over this way. So I'm gonna eat some Mexican style adobo, rice and chicken, see how that tastes tonight. Smells okay. It's new for me, this one. Pinto beans, onions, cauliflower, zucchini, ancho, chilies, and lime. Actually, it's pretty good. Whew, man, it's cold. 31 degrees, and fire kind of just petered out. I didn't even wrap up in my bag. I just kind of put it over me, and that bag's pretty hot, so I was pretty comfortable, but I didn't even have a hat on, and I was trying to warm the place up now, so I put a bunch of branches on top. Trying to get her cooking now. I don't want it to last too long because I don't want embers like that to come out. Other than that, I'm gonna get geared up here, make a coffee, make a breakfast. It's starting to get warm now. Get my boots nice and warm here. Yeah, they're frozen. Oh, we're gonna do a breakfast skillet and my coffee here, heat it up. Man, that was good. Really enjoyed that one. If anybody's asking, like, I'll always say which ones I think are good. So far, the only one I'm not a fan of, you'll have to find out. Just went out to go brush my teeth, wash my hands with the water. That's it's 31 degrees. That water is cold, so when you come in here, you're hot. And this is like just smoldering. It's not even hot at this point. But when I was in here, I was like, wow, it's not really that warm. It's cold in here. You go outside and all you see is ice in your breath. Yeah, these tents are cool. They're rocking. I just ordered a new stovepipe, an extra 20 inches, so I could get up higher because it's too short for this tent. And I tried to build up the bottom, but it still wasn't enough. So that's coming in the mail this week. And I see one spark did happen to go right here. We're supposed to have rain. They're calling for rain. Rut's on. So I just got to my location. I'm gonna walk in. I could see deer on the road, scared shitless. They don't know what direction to go. Everything is wildfire smoke everywhere. I should have filmed it on the GoPro, but I had it in my bag. It's just filling the air. It really is filling the air. So the deer are probably spooky. That's why yesterday they all took off. I didn't know what was going on with the does. I don't know. I'm debating. I might have to break down camp already and move it because the fires smell like they're coming over the mountain range. And once they come, they're quick. So... Such an eerie morning with this smoke. It's like burning my throat. And two different 6-pointers come in. One in shooting range, one not. Let both of them go. The one may have been a smaller 8, I can't tell. But I'll tell you what, this smoke's giving me a headache also. It's pretty wild. But the deer are roaming around, they're cruising. They look like they're either cruising for a doe or trying to figure out the smoke. One or the other. That happened quick. It's 11 a.m. Man, I've been working hard because I'm far away from home. It's really hard to get all this footage in. I'm in a tent. On top of that, I got wildfires. 2 of them on each side of the mountain range where I'm camping. So I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be here or not. awesome. Wish I could bottle that up. Save it for later. It's fun. This is what makes it worth it. We're about to get heavy rain too, so I really hope I got him. I'm gonna go take a look. It's been an hour. He should be right over there laying down or dead. I'm thinking dead for now. I'm gonna just sneak real quiet and then we could backtrack and filmed them. I thought he laid right here and died. Oh man, he's gotta be right here. Gotta be right here. I just saw him. Two options: leave him for about 4 hours, 3 hours, and go look for him, or go find him in the morning and see if he's there. Being I jumped him twice, I'm gonna probably leave him till morning, but we're getting a ton of rain, so just like my crossbow videos, what happened to me last time. All right, so here's the plan. I just got back to camp. I'm gonna make a cup of coffee. I'm gonna change. I'm getting really hot. Temperature's going up. All right, so I'm just gearing up and I'm gonna go real light. Knife on my hip and a bow and arrow. All right, so I'm just getting back to my spot. And it's been 5 hours. He's not dead now. I don't know. I don't know if I'll find him or not. I'm trying to sneak out of here. So I just jumped my buck. I got him on my phone real quick because I didn't bring the zoom camera. I'm hoping he lays down within another 50 yards of that and just dies tonight. It's starting to rain, but I don't think I'll be finding him far. I'll be back here in the dark and first light to come get him. It rained last night heavy, and hopefully it helped out with those wildfires, but obviously blood's gonna be a hard thing, so I'm hoping this buck is there dead. If he's not dead, I'm gonna have to try to get an arrow in him if he's still alive and I find him. I just jumped a deer 15 yards. Oh my god. That's freaking nuts. That's freaking nuts. I'm gonna let him expire. That was insane. That was absolutely insane. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say right now. I don't know if the deer I jumped, I know I jumped a deer. It might have been him and he did a loop and I just snuck real quiet. And then he was just staring at me in this high grass. Holy crap. It was either now or never. There was no shot. I'm gonna get a lot of crap on this video, but you know what, man? This is unreal. Let's go check him out. Oh, man. Yeah, not bad. Young 8-pointer. But he's a good one with the bow. Not bad. Well, not the hunt I wanted, but this is the hunt I got, and he's a beautiful buck. Out of the tent camp 2 different weeks in a row, been really pushing hard to get him. And with the bow and arrows, this is not easy. This is, as you know, archery hunting. If you could kill a deer, is awesome, but he's still a nice 8-pointer, and made me happy as heck right then at that moment. Kind of worked out how I had to. Very happy that we ended up getting him with all the rain, because I was able to sneak right up on him. I got within 10 yards of him. Had to run him down, and I ended up getting him. So hopefully the footage is good. It's probably shaky, but I have a perfect heart and liver. Can't be happier about that. Gotta be honest, how blessed do I ever feel right now? Oh man. My parents came up to help my family. My mother-in-law came out to help us out. Everybody pitched in so I could get out here and film and get some footage. This is a blessing. Thank you to everybody. My wife, just awesome. My parents. Man, it's a lot of work that goes into this. And don't worry, there's more. My brother just slammed a big 10-pointer down through, and I thought he was a little buck, unless there were 2 bucks. It was so thick, this patch of like pine that I moved to, because I kept watching from about 100 yards away. The deer were going into that thicket, and I kept watching them. I said, you know what? There's a big run, a new buck laid down rubs. Could have been him, probably a bigger one. I'm getting really big bucks on trail cam, which I wasn't going to use the trail cam. I didn't use the trail cam this year. I actually just found a spot and then told Kevin Stone, we were talking, I said, I'm not using cameras. I'm going old school. I'm going back to my BDUs. Just gonna go old school and live it up. It was funny because he goes, watch, you're gonna kill the biggest buck this season. Well, if I connected with the buck I saw on the first day, he was a monster. The buck that I passed about 54 yards, which I don't know why I did it, he was a monster. And then there was another one on trail cam, because what happened was I saw these bucks coming through. I passed him up. I think I passed him up on my first day. He was right under me, but that big one was in the field. So I ended up having cameras on me. I said, just in case I find big rubs I want to throw it on for the week while I'm here camping, I get to see what's going on. The tree stand over to those pines, and I got, tried to play the wind right, and I was like so tight. I made a scrape, I pissed in it, and that's what he was going to. I got a lot of foot traffic on that trail with my camera, so I said, okay, it's worth moving over to there. I saw 2 other bucks this morning. I kept seeing nice young bucks, like up-and-comers, like a big 6. He's bigger than him, but he's a 6-point. A lot bigger than him, actually. At 11 a.m., I grunted, and this guy came running at me. It was crazy because I could hear him, but I couldn't see him with the way the sun reflected into those thick, like hemlocks and spruce. I just couldn't see him. It's all blowdown crap. I hear him and I knew it was a deer. The way he jumped and ran and hopped, you could hear that like 3-step. I didn't know he was like 25, 30 yards away from me. He was looking at me because he heard me get up on the tree stand. You know, we were rolling, so he's real hard to see because it's on GoPro, but I'm also almost 30 feet up. I'm really high on this maple. I'm like way up there. And he was at one point probably 18 yards away. And he went, smelled my scrape, but he never stopped. He was just cruising for a doe, and they're chasing right now. They just started chasing up here. Today's 11/11, and he comes, like he tried to avoid me, and he went around, not by choice. He was just trying to find a doe, I think, and he's going around. I'm like, oh crap, I see 4 points on that side at least. I thought I saw one of these in there too, so I thought he had 5 points on one side. I knew he wasn't a big mature buck, but I was just so happy to do it. And I took the shot, and by the time I tried to film and stop and realize how many points, because we have a 3-point rule, it was just so fast, and he never stopped. And I aimed right on him in the opening. By the time I let the release go, he was already past, and I hit him down low and far back. And he took off, he laid down, I was getting some footage on him. But the craziest part was I gave him an hour and a half. I backed out, I took my time, went after him, and I saw him rolling around about 100 yards away. And when I saw him, I said, okay, he's in trouble. But I kept after him. And then he went down, I jumped him again,
and I backed off of him. I left him till morning. I went back at 8:30 in the morning. It rained all night heavy. Went back, and I was just kind of going to where his last site was, and I thought I jumped. I was being real quiet. I brought my soft sole boots. I thought I jumped a doe, I thought, that ran down off the ledge, but it must have been him bedded right there, like 50, 80 yards from where I last jumped him. And I come around and don't I jump him? And I'm looking at him at 10 yards with his rack staring at me. And I was like, holy crap, that's him. So I'm trying to knock an arrow, get the camera on. I'm trying to film all this. And I had to run around the branches. And when I got around to the opening, he was starting to take off on me at 20 yards. And I just kind of found the one channel I could find. And it was like far back and up. And thank God it missed all his guts. I had no problem with the gut. And when it went in, it somehow hit the liver. Went through the liver and it went right through the middle of the heart. It split the heart wide open.
Oh, I guess I did shoot through the heart. Right through. I sliced the heart open. And I thought I didn't hit the heart. What a son of a gun, I'll tell you what.
And he literally went like 10 yards and I looped really far thinking he was going further. And when I came back, he was dead already. He was there. That messed him up so bad. Hell of a day. Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah, I hit him all the way back here and it went right into the heart, but we did it. Got it done with the bow. If you could shoot anything with a bow, it's really something. It really is special. I'm just really, really happy he didn't break off either. A lot of the bucks right now, I'm finding them all broken points everywhere. They're fighting hard this year. All right, let me get them taken care of. I want to get them on ice, get them in the cheesecloth bags, break down camp. First, I can go have a sandwich. And just kind of, oh man, take it all in, because the amount of adrenaline today that went through, the amount of adrenaline last night, yesterday, it's just been like a long dragged out thing. So I am blessed. The Lord has blessed me here. Next thing's the heart and the liver. And when you get home, you could clean this out real nice. But I just want to wash it. Got a perfect heart here. Very happy about this. Love the heart. Probably one of my favorite parts. The jaw, the heart, all of that. And then try to get water inside of the, and you just kind of push out all the blood clot if you're not familiar with doing this. That's pretty funny. I did not think I hit the heart, but guess I was wrong again, Baba Boucher. That's that. And what a hell of a story this is going to be. Here's the liver here. Yeah, liver's got a big slice on it too, right through. No gut pop, so that's good. One year I ended up messing around and I threw a liver inside of a bag with all my meat, like one of the airbags, the cheesecloth. Tainted all my meat, made it taste livery. And if like you're into liver, that's cool, whatever. But I'm not 100% like, I don't like it, and I've had it many ways. The liver sausage I really like a lot. Thinly cut, breaded, and fried. Garlic and onions and wine. Then I'll eat it, and I think it's good for you, so I try to eat it. But my family eats it. They love it. So I store everything separate. I don't want to make that mistake again. And just right on ice. Can't beat it. That's the only good thing about not packing in. Another thing, that if you guys are out and it's like 65, 70, like temperature hit 61 right now today, and now we're dropping down to 31, but you want to cool that down as fast as possible. Some people put ice packs. I had them open the whole way, air blowing in. The air is cool, even though the temperature is 61 out in the sun. In the shade is cooler. I'm just going to get them processed right away and get them on ice in cheese bags, cheesecloth, put them right on ice. That's funny, I just had a couple flies starting to land on the outside right here, and to get rid of them I dropped toilet paper in there on fire. I put it in and I dumped a little bit of water on it, and immediately that little bit of smoke was enough that they don't even want to touch it. I never tried that before. I just didn't know what else to do. I didn't have anything, and I'm, with the amount of brush fires, not about to go lighting fires, but that actually just worked. Seems to, it's been 30 minutes now. They don't want to mess with it. Just happy that I did not get them through the gut. That's the last of the two back legs. Gonna be going through those. Got all the meat here. Got my tag on it. Started to peel that off. But it's starting to get late. I got to break down camp and got to get home, take care of the meat. Be a long night. And then I want to go through my gear, dry out my tent. It's all wet. Thanks again. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching all the time. You guys are awesome. Take care.